Right. So yeah, Kevin Durant. It's a legitimate comparison to Michael Jordan at this point. The way that he's playing in the playoffs. Let's go Knicks on that. All right. Let's go Knicks.
Also got Kyrie Irving playing pretty well in Boston, so that's gonna look good in New York next year.
I don't know if Kyrie's coming here.
All right, so we're just changing the subjects to who's going to be on the Knicks next year.
I mean, I know y'all want everybody.
All right, so you know what? Okay, what's the buzz? What the Knicks are going to look like next year?
It's hard to say what they're going to look like because you're depending on a lot of things to happen.
Right. But I like to depend on things that we know. Okay? As a underwriter, I can only depend on what I know and expect the worst. And what that tells me with the Knicks is Kevin Knox, Mitchell Robinson, Dennis Smith Jr. I'm still a believer in Frank Ntilikina's measurements at the very least. Okay? Plus a top 3 draft pick, John Morant, R.J. Barrett, or Zion Williamson. I like that 5 going into the future.
That's without the free agent.
That's without the free agent.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. My thing with the free agent thing, Kevin Durant, the thing that can make him stay in Golden State is if they let your boy go, Money Green, Draymond. They let him go, I can see him maybe staying. Right? Then you got Kyrie. Boston is courting him hard. They don't want to let him walk out the door, especially if they have a big run this year and the wheels don't come off. He might just actually go back, if not maybe slide out to LA.
But I think Boston is invested in trying to keep him away from the Lakers also. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So there is a dynamic that's happening, one in the Atlantic Division in terms of all of those teams are young and are set for a 10-year run.
Right.
Nets, Sixers, Celtics, and the Knicks. So there's going to be an issue there in terms of keeping a player like Kyrie from getting to the Nets or the Knicks.
Right.
In addition to keeping him from getting to the Lakers, because that's Boston's other rivalry. So there's going to be a fight in the Atlantic Division over these free agents, and there's going to be a fight with the Lakers involved also. So it's going to be drama-filled all summer long.
I find it less likely that he ends up, Kyrie, with Brooklyn because they already have a point guard. They got LeVert. So he'll probably look at that as like, what am I doing here? You know what I mean? Well, I can see him going to the Knicks maybe because they need help. They definitely could use him in L.A. Boston needs him. So
I heard the other day Durant to the Knicks is done.
Yeah, I believe it.
And some of those reports were even coming from people with Golden State.
Right.
I hear that, but if I'm Golden State, the way he's playing right now, we just talked about like his prolific playoff run he's having right now. You don't let that walk out the door without buying him flowers, taking him out, calling him, waking him up at night, how things going.
But the calls and the flowers and all that don't give him a team like.
Right.
You're giving him the Knicks. If he wins here,
you can't.
That's huge.
You cannot underestimate the basically walking behind LeBron and LeBron's footsteps. And the idea that LeBron is in LA to run a media company while he's playing basketball. Basketball is almost secondary right now to where LeBron is in his career.
Yeah.
And I think Durant also has a media company. I don't know if any other NBAers do.
They don't.
So if you're in media, it's New York, it's LA, or it's Atlanta. So I 100% believe he's collecting his rings like LeBron did in Miami. And now the next step is basically a place where he can settle in for 5 or 6 years.
This is a tough place to settle. Like, because like he was talking about, the media is tough.
Yeah.
He's a little surly. I mean, and they're going to have some struggles. I'm not going to say they're going to be trash. Depending on who they get in, they could probably do damage next year. But they're going to be some dust-ups.
If Kevin Durant and R.J. Barrett are on the Knicks next year, the Knicks are a top 5 seed in the East.
I go with that, but I'm not high on Barrett like you are.
I'm very high on R.J. Barrett.
I just don't like some of the stuff I'm seeing. The jump shot ain't there.
I'm very high on R.J. Barrett.
He takes a lot of bad shots.
You know what?
Dribbles in the triple teams.
He is aggressive at getting to the basket, and he gets to the basket.
Going
and
left
he finishes.
only. He can't go right.
Yeah.
It's something.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he can't develop it, but I'm just
right. And again, he's 19.
Yeah.
And I keep saying it. This is the #1 player in the class since 8th grade. It's not until now he's overtaken.
Well, where does Sam Bowie rank in his class?
Oh, yeah.
So, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Greg Oden.
Yeah. Greg Oden ranked, you know. I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying he can't develop. He is young. I'm saying right now, I'm not as high on him as I am other people.
You can always get Morant, and then you don't even have to go after Kyrie.
Well, I'm not even on board for going after Kyrie because I don't really think we need that position. I'm one of a few that believe that, but I don't think we need that position, right? I believe that it's the front line that needs to be bolstered. It's having a #1 scorer, which Kevin Durant provides.
Yes.
You know, so
that 30 points a night will put you over the top.
That guy that makes everybody else a little bit more open. You know what I mean? So I think you slide Kevin Durant into a lineup with Kevin Knox and Mitchell Robinson, you know, and a couple of, you know, maybe DeAndre comes back, then you can have one of the top front lines in basketball to play with Dennis Smith and Tilakina and Trier, who could turn into a really good 3 or 4 man backcourt with what the Knicks have, and not to mention Dotson. So I think the Knicks are definitely on the right road, but they need Kevin Durant to really seal the deal. I don't know if there's anybody else besides Kevin Durant that would get them to where they need to be. Kevin Durant definitely is the #1 target, and he's the guy that could get them to being a perennial playoff team for the next 5-6 years. I don't think there's another free agent that I really believe in as much. Kawhi is no shot, and Toronto's the other team in the Atlantic that I failed to mention. So,
yeah.